Namaskar. I'm Harpreet Kaur and I welcome you all to our live and interactive session. This is our online training session on cyber hygiene organized by CIET NCERT in collaboration with ISEA CDAC under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Today we are in day 1 of the training session where we are going to talk about Stay Secure, a comprehensive guide to cyber hygiene. Well, that is our theme for today's day 1 session under the umbrella theme of cyber hygiene. Now, it is a 5-day, 5-hour training session where each day 1 hour between 4 and 5 p.m. is dedicated to our online training programs where we talk about different subjects. And this time it's cyber hygiene. We all know it is very important to stay secure whenever we are on the cyber arena, whenever we are using the internet or any such platform where we are exposed to threats and frauds and of course many other challenges. It is very important to stay secure, and how we can do that we will discuss the entire thing in today's session. This session is live and interactive, which means you can give us a call or you can write an email to us, and simultaneously you can also send us a message. You are watching us right now on PME Vidya channels 6 to 12 and also on our YouTube channel NCERT Official. So, in case you wish to speak to our expert regarding any doubt or confusion, any question also, you can give us a call on 8800440559. Also, we have a dedicated email ID for you, which is training.helpdesk@ciet.nic.in. Last but not the least, since we are streaming live on our YouTube channel NCERT Official, you can always go to the comment section, put in your questions there, your doubts, and of course, we will sort them out and will try to help you with all your confusions. And we all know that this is a training program, which means there is going to be an assessment activity as well. You can register yourself, you can participate in the assessment activity, and if you score more than 70%, you will be granted a certificate. All the details will be shared with you by the end of today's session. But for now, let me repeat myself. Today, we are in day 1 of the session with the topic that we have taken up is Stay Secure, a comprehensive guide to cyber hygiene. And for this, we are joined by our expert. We have with us Dr. Sanjay Adiwal. Sir is Scientist E from CDAC, Bangalore, Karnataka. Sir, namaskar and welcome to the session.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Sir, before you actually go into the details of the presentation of yours, I request you to kindly share some brief points with us what exactly you are going to cover in the presentation today.
Yes. If you see, this is the agenda of the session. We'll talk about the internet facts, which everybody should know because we are browsing internet heavily. Followed by what are the various threats which can be there on internet, and what cyber hygiene we have to follow so that we can get protected from various threats.
Right.
So this is what I will be covering in next 1 hour.
Right, sir. So we have a lot of questions for you as well, but before that, I request you kindly go ahead with the presentation and then we can take a Q&A session with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So let us start with the internet facts here. If you talk about internet fact, number 1 is, if you see, we have around 8 billions of population in the world, and out of this 8 billion population, around 5 billions people are connected to the internet world. They are actually using internet. So this is the first fact which I need to share with you. Following the next fact says that out of this 5 billion internet user, more than 92% people are actually using mobile phone to get connected to the internet world.
Yes.
So this is the second fact. I guess everybody here also, they are attending session through mobile phone, right? Now, moving on, fact number 3 says that on an average, the internet user will spend around 7 hours browsing online per day, right? So I hope everybody will agree on this particular fact. So we are actually spending out of 24 hours, 7 hours doing something on to the internet world. So if we are doing heavily, we are using heavily this internet world, we should know actually what do you mean by this internet. The same question I asked to my daughter. She is studying in actually 6th standard, and I shown so many pictures to her. She said that this is the actual internet world where the people are actually using mobile phone. So according to she's 12 years old. she's telling this is the internet, what she knows about it. Now I shown some more picture to her, and she said if this is not the internet, then this may be the internet where lot of people are actually using computer and they're doing something on it. Whereas this particular image I have shown to my daughter and said that this is the actual internet world where all of our electronic gadgets, including our mobile phone, our laptop, our desktop, our smart fridge, smart refrigerator, smart TV, lot of IoT devices are actually connected globally through a single global network, which is actually called here as an internet.
Yes.
Moving on, this is how the actual internet world is currently connected. If you see that across the globe, we have something called optical fiber cables, which is laid down through the ceilings or through the land. Okay, and if you want to have the internet connection at your home, what you will do, you'll contact to one of the ISP, internet service provider, like Geo Fiber or Airtel or Ax. So many are there. And what exactly they will do, they will bring one optical fiber cable to your home, which is actually connected here. And you will be connected to this gigantic network, which is called internet world. Moving on. Now, what is the purpose of the internet? Okay, what exactly you do on the internet? If you talk about the internet, which was developed in our almost 41 years back, 1st January 1983 is the official birth of the internet. And the internet was actually built for the communication. How two devices can communicate. This is the main purpose of the internet. Now, if you see internet, we use heavily for the communication. We have the email IDs. We are sending the emails left and right. And you talk about social networking. We have a lot of websites. We have WhatsApp. We have Telegram. We have Instagram. A lot of social media networking medias are available now, and we are using it heavily. Moving on, if you see, the internet is used heavily for the education nowadays. If you talk about COVID, post-COVID era, that time our kids, they were actually attending the classes online. All the students were actually classes, they're attending online. So our education system was moved online. Okay. And now also, if you talk about internet is used heavily for the education. Why? Because lot of study materials are actually available on internet, and you see that this particular webinar also we are doing through internet. So we are using internet heavily for the education nowadays. Moving on, if you talk about internet, definitely we are actually using it for the online shopping. Nowadays we have Amazon, we have Flipkart, we have a lot of apps are available, like Fresh to Home, and so many apps are available. Using that, we are doing online shopping. You have Swiggy, you have Zomato, a lot of things which are available. And you want to do online shopping, definitely you have to pay online sometimes. For that, actually, you have to use UPI, Google Pay, Phone Pay, even net banking also is available, right? One of the options for doing online banking. Now, moving on, if you talk about internet usage, our youngsters, the young people, they are using internet for fun, right? Now, if you talk about your kids, if you give a mobile phone to your kids, what exactly they will do? They will actually download a game on it and they will start playing it, right? So we are using, or our kids are using, or youngsters, they are using internet heavily for the fun, as well as the entertainment. Now, if you talk about entertainment, we have a lot of OTT platforms. We have Amazon Prime, we have Netflix, we have Hotstar, right? And a lot of OTT platforms, the applications we are having, and we are actually browsing internet heavily for the entertainment. If you talk about movies, all the movies are available online, right? Episodes, the web series are available, right? And we are actually continuously watching that web series. Suppose there are 50, 55 episodes are there, our entire day will spend browsing that or completing that particular web series, right? So this is what is the basic purpose of the internet, what I'm mentioning here. Okay. Now you think yourself, if you're really browsing internet heavily, whether the internet usage is safe or not, right? If you talk about internet, we said that we are browsing it for minimum 7 hours out of this 24 hours. Now I'll give you a quick demo here how the hackers can access your phone's camera through something called a phishing link. Okay. So what I have done here, if I will switch back to my other screen, if you'll be able to see, I hope this is seen to you. Is it visible, madam? Can you please?
It is visible, sir. Yes.
Right, ma'am. Right. Now, if you see some setup, I have made it here, and one link I have created, right? in that link, I am sending this link through Gmail. So this link I have sent it to myself only, which I am opening from my mobile phone, right? So if I will show you my mobile phone screen, which is actually available, 1 minute. Yeah, I have to minimize this. Yeah. So now you can see my mobile phone screen.
Yes.
And I'm just unlocking my mobile phone, and then what I'm doing, I am opening my Gmail, right? I hope you will be able to see my Gmail account here on the mobile phone, right? And I'm just reloading it so that I can get, yeah. Now you see that one link which is shared by me, and which now I am opening on a mobile phone. So you also can get this kind of link. If you unknowingly opening any link which is coming through email, and you see that it is going somewhere, and yeah, if I click on this visit website, and you can see it is asking something. I'll say this is my name, and you see that I am allowing my webcam here. Now, without knowing what is happening, you see that I'll tell you I am actually capturing the photographs from the setup which I have just now created here. If you can see, the photographs are coming. I'll just show you. Okay, so I'll just show you the photographs which are coming here.
So you're trying to say that we get these phishing links through email. Sometimes they are for job opportunities. Sometimes they are like lottery winning things.
Exactly.
And you get tempted
this
to
is the
open them.
photographs which are taken here by the hacker, you can see. So I opened that link, and from that link, the camera got compromised. The camera access got available to the hacker, and then hacker actually is continuously taking the photographs. Sometimes if that link is having the video access, that they can see what exactly you're doing. They can record your video, right? So how dangerous is this world? How dangerous is this internet world?
Yes.
Okay, this is what I wanted to convey. Let me go back to the presentation quickly because we don't have much time. So the hacker can get your camera access very easily. How? They will send you a link. If you just open that link, by default, your camera or your Firefox where you're opening that link will have the camera access. Firefox can very easily access your camera because the permissions are by default given to the Firefox or any web browser to access your camera. And then they will access your camera, and the photographs will be sent to the hacker, right? So what I mean to say that the internet usage is no more safe. Why? Because if you talk about 7 hours you are connecting to the internet, we don't know our already the data has got hacked, our the images they might have taken, or they have taken the control of the mobile phone itself.
Okay.
Moving on, how do I report a cyber crime? So this is the portal which I want to convey to everybody. If you see, this is the portal from Ministry of Home Affairs. It is called cybercrime.gov.in. If any cyber crime which has happened to you, you have to browse this portal, and you have to log in or register yourself to this portal, and you can lodge a complaint, right? So please make a note of this particular portal called cybercrime.gov.in. This is online, which is available to report any kind of cyber crime which is happening to you. Even we have one toll-free number 19330. That also you can make a note of it, so that in future, if you don't have this access to the portal directly through mobile phone, you can actually lodge a complaint with respect to cyber crime. Moving on, let us discuss today's topic called cyber hygiene. Now, you should know what do you mean by hygiene. We also maintain our hygiene, right?
Yes.
Daily, we used to wake up, and then we brush our teeth. We take bath daily, right? And we wash our hands before eating anything, right? So this is hygiene what we are maintaining, so that will not become ill. Similarly, in computer world also, you have to make you have to use something called cyber hygiene. These are set up practice or steps which you have to take to maintain the health of your digital environment, right? So you have your digital asset, like you have mobile phone, you have email ID, you have computer system. If you follow some steps, definitely the hackers will not be able to hack your mobile phone, hack your system, and so on, right? So this is the cyber hygiene. In that, we should know, if we want to know about cyber hygiene, we should know what do you mean by cyber threats and what are the most common cyber threats which are currently available to you. You should actually aware of that. So these are the threats which I want to highlight to you all. Okay, in next few slides. So we have something called malware. Malware is a general term. It is called malicious software. So first three characters MAL is from malicious, and last four WARE from software, right? So combining it is called malware. So it's a program which actually created by the hacker to invade your system, to change the operation of your system, to copy your data, to disclose your data, right? Basically, they will actually, you can say, hijack your system. So this is what is called malware. We have lot of categories of malware. We have something called viruses, we have worms, we have Trojan, we have something called ransomware is again one of the category of malware which is now targeting individual, right? So we'll discuss that also. Then we have one more threat called social engineering, which is nothing that the hacker, they will manipulate the end user so that the end user will give the information, the confidential critical information, or sometimes credit card information, OTPs, everything can be given to the hacker. So the hacker will manipulate the people so that people only will give them the data which hacker wanted, right? So one of the example of social engineering called phishing, that also we'll try to discuss in next few slides. Moving on, let us talk about malware. Now, as I told you, malicious software is called malware, which will harm your computer, right? So you have any device like your computer, your mobile phone, right? Your laptop, desktop, even your smart TV also can be exploited from the malware, right? So here the intent of the malware is to steal the data. Your data will be taken by the hacker, or the malware will disrupt the operation of your computer system, your mobile phone, right? Or the malware will cause a damage to your system, right? So if you talk about malware, we have some key characteristics to it. If you talk about malware, we have something called, it can be infecting to any devices, any computing devices, including computer, including mobile phones, and even network. Now, malware categories, we have so many categories. We have viruses, we have worms, we have ransomware. So first two things, viruses and ransomware, I'll be talking about. The worms and all, I guess in the next days, it will be taken care. Now, we should understand how the malware spreads. That is very, very important for us to understand. So malware or malicious software can be spreaded through various means. One of them is email attachment. So if you are getting an email which has some attachment which you are downloading and opening, then definitely a malware will be actually infecting your system or mobile phone, right? Similarly, if you are going to some malicious website, the websites which is being created by the hacker, right? If you go to those websites, you click on some links there, right? Definitely some malware will be downloaded and it will be installed on your computer system.
Right.
Again, malware can exploit the security gaps in the outdated software. If your software is not getting updated, for example, mobile phone, we know that a lot of updates are coming to the mobile phone, right? If we are not updating, definitely the hackers can exploit our mobile phone through the malware. Again, malware can be spreaded using removable media. So you have USB pen drive, right? If I will connect a pen drive to my laptop where a malware is there, what will happen? The malware will jump to the pen drive, right? And the infected pen drive you will use, what will happen? The malware actually will jump to your system. This is how malware spreads. And again, malware also spreads using peer-to-peer network. Suppose you are sharing files, you are switching on or turning on the Bluetooth, right? So if my mobile phone is infected with some of the malware and I am turning on the Bluetooth and you are accessing the same Bluetooth and we are doing file sharing. So in that also, if my infected malware actually or my infected mobile, where the malware is there, can spread or can propagate to your system as well. So these are the means using the malware can be spreaded from one system to other system. Now, if you talk about the categories of malware, we have various categories. We have viruses, computer viruses, right, which will harm our system, which will make the operation, which will change the operation of our system. We have something called worm. Worm is one more category of malware which will spread on its own.
Okay.
If you talk about COVID, COVID is one virus for the human, which will automatically spread from one human to other human, right? If human is standing between 6 feet of distance. Similarly, worm also is a kind of COVID for computer system. What is happening here with the worm? The worm actually, it infects your system, and your system is connected to the network. Now, suppose Wi-Fi is on and I'm connecting to the network, and your laptop also is part of the same network. What can happen? This worm which is sitting on my laptop can propagate to your laptop as well. So it will actually propagate on its own. This is what is called worm. Moving on, we have something called Trojan horse. So Trojan horse again, well, malware, which will say that it has a property. It will be always part of the legitimate software, right? So it will be always part of any legitimate software. For example, you are playing a PUBG. PUBG is a game which you are downloading from the internet. Suppose that PUBG can also contain a malware which is called Trojan horse. So you are running a good program, but a bad program is sitting inside, right? So this is called a Trojan. And the Trojan will give the back door to the hackers. What do you mean by a back door here? Without your knowledge, if a Trojan horse is sitting on your mobile phone or on your laptop, without your knowledge, the hackers can access your system or mobile phone. This is called backdoor here. Now, we have one more category of malware called ransomware, which I will be discussing in detail in next few slides. And then we have something called spyware, adware, and so on.
Okay.
Moving on, virus. A computer virus, as I told you, it is being deliberately created by the online hacker for invading our system, for changing the operation of our system, to copy our data, to disclose our data, and so on, right? So here you see that it can replicate itself. Okay, automatically it will replicate from one folder to other folder, right? In the same system. Okay, if you talk about the malware, the key characteristics here, it will infect the files, or it can infect the software. So if you have a legitimate software, if virus is there, then it can be attached to that legitimate software. It will infect to that particular software, right? Okay, moving on. How do we protect from viruses? So we have to install antivirus software. If you go to Amazon and type antivirus for computer system, I guess less than 500 rupees, you can get one very good branded antivirus solution. For next 1 year, your laptop will be protected, your Windows operating system can be protected, right? So we have to install the antivirus software to defend or to protect against the these viruses. We have to enable the firewall. Now, firewall is a method here which is part of each and every operating system, which will block the malicious traffic and potential threats from the internet. So by default nowadays, no need to worry, all of your Windows systems are enabled by default with the firewall. Okay, and this is very, very important. We have to be cautious with the email attachment. So whatever email which we are getting from the unknown person, right, we should not open immediately. Those emails should be deleted. Okay, so any content can be there, but still you should not open any email which is coming from the unknown person to you, which has some attachment. Okay, and again, I told you earlier, we have to keep updating our operating system regularly, the software which are installed on your laptop, desktop regularly. Okay, and finally, we have to take the backup of our entire data. So, for example, if I am having my mobile phone, and this mobile phone, I want to take backup, what I will do, I will enable the cloud access. So Gmail cloud access is available on my mobile phone. My all the photographs and everything will be getting stored to my Gmail account. So this is very, very important. You have to take backup of your data. Now, as I told you, we have one more malware called ransomware. Now, ransomware is again category here of malware which will block access to your computer system. Suppose you want to access any software, or you want to log into your system, that ransomware will not allow you to log in, because it will encrypt all the essential files, right? So it can encrypt your files, important files. Like suppose you have some JPG, some PDF files, right? Some image file, or some other text file which you have, and which are very important to you. So what this malware will do, ransomware, it will encrypt all of your data. And this kind of message will be shown. If you can see, this is the message. Your personal files are encrypted. If you open any file which is encrypted, it will not be able to show you the content of the file. It will show you saying that your files are encrypted, and you have to pay some ransom so that the hacker can give you some key to decrypt it. Okay. So ransomware always will encrypt your data and you'll not be able to access your data.
Oh.
So if I talk about the case studies of our ransomware, we had one attack which is in 2022, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, November 2022, the AIMS got hacked with this ransomware attack. Okay, what has happened? One of the employee of AIMS, they downloaded some files from internet, they executed, and unfortunately, that particular file which they downloaded was having a ransomware, and that also triggered, it got executed. And after say 4 or 5 hours, if they wanted to open any file, PDF file or report which they want to open and give it to patient, they were not able to open. Why? Because the file got encrypted, right? So this ransomware, they targeted the sensitive data, including the patient records, research data, administrative information, and so on, right? And they asked 200 crores of demand as a ransom, so that they can give some key, and the key can be used to decrypt their files and all, right? And for 6 days, the servers were down and the AIMS was operated manually. Everything was going back before say 30 years manual, right? So that has happened in 2022, a ransomware attack. Now, how do I know that any file which I am downloading from internet, that file contains a malware? Or there's a method here. If you go to a website called virustotal.com, I'll just open my web browser and I'll show you how. I will go to 1 minute. Let me just open here a browser. I hope you'll be able to see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, so I'm typing here virustotal.com. This is the website which I'm typing here. And this website, all of you please make a note of it. This website is actually from Google now. Earlier it was from some other, and now this website has been taken over by the Google. And this website says that any file which you're downloading from internet, okay, that file you please upload here. Before executing that file, you upload that file here. So you click on choose a files. For example, I have downloaded this particular zip file from internet. Okay, so I'll upload that file here and I'll check whether this file contains any kind of malware or not. And you see that this is what is, it will be shown once you upload that file which you downloaded from internet. It says that no security vendor flagged this as a malicious file or a malware. Okay, so this file is now good file, okay file, no problem with this file. But if you talk about this VirusTotal, we have a lot of antivirus engine running in the background, which is checking this file against the virus, okay, whether the virus is there or not. So like that, any file which you are downloading from internet, please do check that whether that file contains a malware or not before executing that. Okay, moving on. Let us discuss some more threats called social engineering. Okay, so social engineering threats are nothing, as I told you earlier also, they will manipulate the users so that the users will, or the people will reveal the sensitive information, okay, or they can perform some action so that they can compromise their security. Okay, so here the social engineering attacks relies on a human interaction and manipulation rather than the exploiting of technical vulnerabilities. No technical vulnerabilities will be involved here, technical weaknesses will not be there, but human are the most vulnerable or most weak point here, and these people or hackers will target the human only. Okay, right. So if you see the key feature of social engineering, it will always target the human behavior rather than the technical weaknesses, right? And often involve the trust, fears, or urgency. So we'll take one example here. This is one of the example of social engineering which is happening through web. Now here, if I'm going to any website which is called malicious website, and suddenly I'm seeing some kind of pop-ups like this. If you see this kind of pop-up, what can happen? Actually, you see that it is written expiration notice, your PC may be at risk. Means actually it says that there's a antivirus on your system which is getting, you need to update that particular antivirus. So if I click on this link, what will happen exactly, it will download one malware on your system and it will be executed, right? So this is the trick what they're applying so that you will end up downloading some malware. Okay, so whenever you're seeing this kind of pop-up, don't click anywhere, directly click from this close button here. Okay, don't click this close, don't click on update, don't click continue, never you can click anywhere. Okay, directly please click on or close this particular browser. Again, the social engineering can happen through email. So I personally got this email last week actually, and it says that coming from some cdac.in. Okay, it says your password credential. Your password expires now, and your will be closed. Your account will be closed after automatically. What it says. So if I actually click on this link here, it is some link is given in the email only. It will open this kind of say website where it is asking my email address and my password. So I was thinking that okay, that the people are that administrator is asking me to change my password. If I type my password, my password will be going to the hacker, not to the server where it will be getting changed, right? So it's a social engineering attack which is happening through email, okay? And it can very easily happen. I can show you one demo here because I don't have time. I'll not be able to show you any demo here on this. Very easily, you can create a clone of Google. You can create a clone of Facebook. You can create the clone of any other website which is available on internet, right? So this demo I'll skip for the time being, okay? And social engineering can even happen through SMS now. You see one SMS I got here. It says, "Dear SBI user, your annual account will be suspended today. Please update your PAN card." So I am thinking that my State Bank of India, I am having account where they are asking me to update the KYC, right? They want my KYC to be updated. So what if I do, if I click on this, it will open one link, right? And this link says that, or the website, if you see, it is writing that this is from SBI, okay? And it is asking my Aadhaar number and asking full name as per Aadhaar number. So here, what exactly they are doing, they are trying to get my Aadhaar information through this kind of social engineering. I hope, is it audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. In between some message shown saying that my internet was not stable. Anyway, moving on. If I again give my Aadhaar details and say login, what it will happen? They will take back they will take my Aadhaar detail, and even some OTP if I am giving, which is with respect to Aadhaar verification, that also will be given to them, right? Then again, they are asking my PAN card. If I am keep giving the details, all the details they can take, and they can actually apply one credit card on my behalf, right? So it is very, very dangerous. This is called social engineering through SMS. It's called SMS phishing. It is called, right? Moving on. We have one more very, very, very tricky threat which is there again in the social engineering, which is through phone, and this is called here as a digital arrest. I hope you might have seen, all of you have seen this movie called Special Chabis, right? In this movie, it is shown that some people, they are doing some fraud. They are actually going to the people are going to the person who is owning more, and they are saying that we are CBI official, right? And we are doing some raid on you and like that, and they are taking the money from them. Similarly, this kind of trade is happening in the computer world also. What is happening? We actually are getting phone calls saying that we are from CBI official, we are from TRI, we are from RBI, and so on. And they will say that your account or your Aadhaar card is used for something money laundering. Okay, or we found that one of your phone you have called to Pakistan to some terrorist. So like that, lot of calls you'll be getting through phone, and this is nothing, it's social engineering attack, and they are doing digital arrest. Even our PM also last month in the October, actually in Mann Ki Baat, he has announced about digital arrest. He said that we have to take action. We have to stop, think and act. This is what we have to do as per our PM, right? And you see that India has lost 120 crores of rupees worth in this digital arrest fraud during first quarter of 2024, right? And accumulative, if you see that 1,776 crores are happened in this year, throughout year, from this kind of scam.
Yeah.
Exactly is happening. You see that these are the news where it says that lot of crimes with respect to digital arrest is happening. Okay, this one more news which is mentioned here, saying that last 24th December only, one man techie in Bangalore, he got digital arrest, and he lost 11.8 crore rupees, right? And this has happened in. What exactly they will do, how it happens, I'll just tell you quickly. They will say that we are actually from CBI. We are the CBI agents. We are from income tax officers. So they'll say that we are all our government official, law enforcement officials, right? We are from custom. and they will try to interact with you, and they will say that if suppose one call is coming, they are saying that we are from custom, and we have observed that your parcel, we have seen that in that some drugs were found, and we are filing a case against you, something like that they will say, right? And like that, the fraud will happen, and they may ask you some money which you end up paying. So these are the actually digital arrest scam. So you have to stop immediately whenever you are getting this kind of phone calls. Immediately you say that I will go and directly report to the police department. Okay,
Right.
I will not entertain. Right. So you have to cut that call. You don't need to disclose any information of yours. Right. Okay, I'll quickly tell you, this is one of the website here which will tell you how many SIM cards are issued on your name. It's called tafcop.sancharsathi.gov.in. So what exactly you'll do? You'll type your 10-digit mobile number here, and this one OTP will come to you. Once you say okay, what you will get list of your registered SIM card under your name. Okay, so someone has uh, got some SIM card on your name, you can get to know, and you can actually report it. So this portal will give you reporting option also.
True.
You can report it also. Moving to email security, ma'am, do I have time?
Yes, sir. Few more minutes because we have a lot of questions for you also. So I request you to kindly wrap up the presentation quickly.
Yes, ma'am. Another 2-3 minutes I'll take. Now let us talk about email security, how we can secure our emails, right? Now, as I told you, we have one of the biggest scam which is happening is through email, is called phishing. Phishing means what? They want to trap you so that you can give the information, right, what they wanted. For example, I got this email, and this email says that it is coming from income tax department, right? refund-tax@incometaxindia.gov.in, and it says that I am getting my access tax which I have paid, okay, 820 rupees, I am getting refund from them. So they are saying that you have to click on some form. If I click on that form, you know what is happening? It is opening one website which is similar to income tax department. Again, they'll write the same story, and they will show that this is the form which you have to fill. Now, if I click on that form, you see that they are asking my all the personal information, including my credit card or debit card number, my bank name, right? My the card expiration date, card verification number, ATM pin, everything they are asking. So this is a scam which they are applying. It's called social engineering through email, which is phishing. Where they are sending one email, in that email some link will be there. That link, if you open, it will open a duplicate website.
Right.
And you see, this is the original website, right? That was the duplicate website. So how do I recognize any website which I'm going through? Is it original website or it's a fake website? So one thing, what you have to make a note of it, if any website which you're opening, if that website is getting opened with something called number, like this, it's called IP address. And then definitely that website may be fishy. It's a wrong website, because nowadays website will start with something called domain name. But now if you see, this hackers got more, they got a lot of tricks. What they're doing, they're owning a domain name which is similar to the website. For example, this is one of the domain name, gmail.com. This is not Gmail, gmail1.com. Again, you see ICICI Bank, this is not BANK, 6ANK.
Yeah.
So they are owning a domain name which is similar to the original website.
Absolutely.
So this kind of tricks we have to use here to see whether the link is original or any manipulation is being done in the link or not. That we have to check clearly.
Right.
Now, how do I identify the phishing emails? I have to see the suspicious sender address. We have to check who the person who is sending me that email, right? They may write urgent or threatening languages. That is what they always do. Again, if you see some unusual attachment, or you will see the links inside the email, definitely it will be a phishing email, because nobody will send you a link in that email. Again, if someone is asking for your personal information, they are saying this is very, very urgent, and you have to fill this, you have to give this details, then definitely it may be phishing. And sometimes they use the poor spelling or grammar, sometimes, but nowadays we got ChatGPT, they're also got more smarter. Now, you talk about email security, you should have a very strong password. At least 12 characters of password length should be there, and it should be mixture of upper and lower case. You should use even numbers also. We should not use the dictionary word in the password. You don't say that my password is I love India. It's a dictionary word. It should be very unique password we should have. right? We need to keep the password safe. We cannot keep the password on my laptop itself, my mobile phone itself. No, it's not correct. And we have to often change the password. Every 6 months, your financial banking account, you have to change the password. Every 1 year, your Facebook account, your Gmail account, you have to change your password. And we should not reuse the password. Your bank password should not be similar to your Gmail password, right? We have to enable the two-factor authentication. Now, what do you mean by two-factor authentication? So if I want to log into Gmail, it'll ask me for username and password. After giving that password, it'll ask one OTP which is coming to my registered mobile. This is called two-factor authentication.
Yes.
That has to be enabled to all of your account, even including your financial account, right? And apart from that, we should not open any link which is coming in the email. So this is the conclusion here. What I want to mention is what nothing is 100% secure in this world.
Yeah.
Okay. So whatever best practice cyber hygiene you're following, but still there are some loopholes which hackers actually will use, and they wanted to hack you. So with this, I will say that any questions are welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, first of all, for the presentation. It was indeed informative and an eye-opening, I would say, presentation. Hackers are becoming really smart, and in almost 2 days' time, we'll be celebrating Internet's birthday. So it's both a boon and a bane for the present scenario. But you know what, these days we're compelled to use internet because all our transactions are taking place there, and it has become so handy because, as you mentioned, that we all are using internet or any services provided by internet through the mobile phones, because it's so handy. And at times what we do when we are in public places, we often get tempted to use Wi-Fi networks, public Wi-Fi networks. Sometimes our own network is not working in that area and we have to make some important transactions or anything for that matter. How safe or risky is it to use public Wi-Fi network, especially if I have to make some financial transaction using it?
Definitely, madam. If you are really want to do some transaction which is through public Wi-Fi, please, you should not do the very confidential or very critical transaction. For example, you want to do some financial transaction, so that should not be done through public Wi-Fi. Why? Because suppose one of the hackers open or giving that public Wi-Fi to you on behalf of some others. This can happen, right? So what can happen if the hacker is giving that public Wi-Fi to you and you are accessing, your data is going through a hacker's laptop, right? So whatever you are doing, which will be can very easily decrypted by the hackers. Why? Because the encryption is being done by the hacker's laptop only.
Right.
So all this kind of critical financial transactions should not be done through public Wi-Fi network.
But sir, sometimes
you have nowadays mobile data available at any place. It is available, and that should be used.
But in general, what happens when we visit a restaurant, we are visiting, let's say, a shopping store, and there sometimes our mobile network doesn't work and we have to make the payment. So is it is it safe to use that respective Wi-Fi, that shop or that restaurant's Wi-Fi? Is it safer to use?
It is really not safer, but still, if you want to do the transaction, definitely you have to install VPN to your mobile phone and laptop and then do transaction, right? Because that will be more secure. So nowadays on all Apple phone by default VPN is enabled. So that has to be turned on, and then you can do the transaction. But if you don't use VPN, definitely you should not use the open Wi-Fi.
Okay. And so you mentioned that sometimes you get fishy emails and that start with some numeric digits, at times you get so many random emails that, donate here, there, and they send these very grim pictures to you. Also, then they say that you won a lottery, or as you said, KYC is another thing. Now, one thing I know for sure, that before opening any link or logging to any website, you have to see whether it mentioned the word, the alphabet S, HTTPS something. Like S stands for security. That is one thing we must be checking. Is there any other thing that we should check while logging to any website or clicking on this link? Like, is it necessary?
Yeah, definitely. So if you are going to any website, how do I know that that website is really genuine website or it may be phishing website, right? So in that case, number one thing, what you are already told, that you have to look for HTTPS. Now, if I will show you a quick demo here, let me open my browser and then I'll show you that, okay, yeah, here. Now, if I'm seeing this HTTPS, right, whether this HTTPS belongs to who? which organization. So you can click on this lock button.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can say that verified by NCERT. If you click on this lock and say connection is secure, again you want to see more, you see more information. Here it will tell you this about certificate which has been issued. And now you see that this certificate is issued to this organization, which is clearly mentioned, right? So look for the name of the organization who is owning that particular certificate. Okay,
Right.
so like that you can check whether the website which you are browsing is really genuine or which is owned by some other person. Now currently you see that it is from Zoom video communication, right, in California, San Jose, right? So this is the original certificate, this is the original website.
Right. And so you mentioned that we have to create a very strong password and we need to keep it changing every now and then. And you also mentioned that some of the settings in our mobile phone are switched on by default. So how can we actually protect our mobile phone, because we are downloading many apps from the Play Store and sometimes we don't know whether they're genuine or not. There's so many gamification apps also. So how can we, protect our mobile, and how can we, or where should we go? What is the option where we can actually switch off those settings which allow the phone to give permissions by default?
If you can see my screen here, definitely. If you can see my screen here of my mobile phone, it is shown to you now, right? So here, what I need to do first to protect my mobile phone, I have to check the permissions of the app which is currently installed on my mobile phone. For example, if I'm going to settings here, and then I'll go to the apps here, and under apps, I will say that app management. Under that, you see that these all are the apps. Now, if I click on Amazon, this is the app which is fishy, or which is I don't want. This is the app which I don't want. Right here, the permission of Amazon. If I see, currently I am not given any permission. They cannot access my camera. They cannot access my contacts. They cannot access my location. They cannot access my microphone. Right. So this is very, very important for each and every app which is currently installed on your mobile phone. You have to check what permission is currently given and remove the permission if it is not required.
Right.
Right. This is one thing what you do. Second, one more thing is what you have to keep update your mobile phone. Right. The mobile phone should be updated. What do you mean by update? The updates are keep coming here to the mobile phone. If you go to about device, right, you will get some update here.
We get notifications also for the updating.
Definitely. So those updates are very, very important here for you to install, so that your mobile phone
we get new security features. Right, sir.
Yes. And one more last thing here in the mobile phone security, you have to actually always use antivirus solution for mobile phone as well.
And sir, because we're running short of time, so very quickly, last question, like should we be using public USB charging stations, because generally people look for them?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. This public charging booth which are currently available to shopping mall or anywhere, actually the hacker also can put their one of the charging booth there. Now what is happening nowadays, if you will plug to those public charging booth, what can happen? Your data can be copied by the hacker very easily, very, very easily. Right? So we should be very, very cautious. We should be very, very careful. We should, first of all, should not use those kind of charging points, because we don't know from who it is coming and who is owning that, right? Even though they are saying that it's from some company, but hacker also can put something there.
Absolutely. So thank you so much. Still I have a lot of questions after, watching this presentation of yours. A lot of things are coming to my mind. I'm really curious, but since we do not have time, and I'm hoping that in the sessions to come, in the days to come, my questions will be answered. But Dr. Sanjay, thank you so much for your unique contribution to the session. Thank you once again.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope it is benefited to everybody.
It was indeed, sir. Thank you. So that was, of course, our discussion for day one today, where we talked about staying secure, a comprehensive guide to cyber hygiene. It was under the umbrella theme of cyber hygiene, the training program that we are conducted. And now, as a promise, let me take you to our website and let me tell you how basically you can, participate in the training session. And in the training session, it is important to participate, because this is the time when you not just participate, but you also improve upon your knowledge about it. So ciet.ncert.gov.in is actually our website where we go, and you will find all the details over there. In a short while from now, you can watch it on your screen as well. And we all know that CIET is our official website, And on this website, you go to the activities section, and in the activities section, you have to select the option of workshop and training. We always tell you that on the workshop and training, you will find the current activity, which is the ongoing activity. And here you can see the page. Yes, it's right there in front of you. And let's take a look on the same. This is our home page where we talk about the complete write-up on a workshop and training. We also tell you who all can participate, and yes, you can see it's right up here. And today was day 1 of the training session where we talked about staying secure, a comprehensive guide to cyber hygiene. Tomorrow we'll talk about cyber hygiene essentials, protect your data and protect yourself. When you will scroll down, you will see the entire program schedule over here, and anybody can participate. All the sessions that we are conducting will be uploaded here only. When you will scroll down a bit more, then you will find the steps to register yourself. First step is registration. You have to click the link or scan the QR code. Second step is to watch all the training programs, the sessions attentively that are live streamed on these platforms. Third is basically to take up the online course and participate in the assessment. If you score more than 70%, you'll be granted a certificate that you can download from Diksha portal, and these are the guidelines that you need to follow. The link will be opened, and you will get to know when through this page itself. And last but not the least, you have to submit your feedback. So either you scan the code, or you click on the link, or you write to us on training.helpdesk@ciit.nic.in, or give us a call. So that's about this training program. And now before I close the session, time for me to make a very important announcement. Please have a look on your screen. This is about the All India Children's Educational E-Content Competition for the year 2024-25, and everybody is invited, be teacher, teacher educator, student or independent educational e-content creator. So just go to our website ciet.ncert.gov.in or scan the QR code on the screen, and last date for sending entries is 31st December 2024. And with this, let me tell you, in a short while from now, you can watch our session Sahyog. Yes, so here is the live schedule, and you can watch. All these sessions are there on our YouTube channel NCERT Official, and for Sahyog, we will bring you the topic Role Identity in Adolescence. So that's all for now. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, taking leave of you. Namaskar.